Yes, here we are. Hello, everyone. Switch some more light on. Hi. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the next episode 2843 of The Tavern on a Monday. Finally on a Monday again. So, hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry that I'm alone for now, but it won't be long until your favorite Zuler shows up as well. He told me not to worry, so I'm officially not worrying about him being late to the stream. So, hi. Hope you're all doing well. How is everyone? How are you? Hope you all had a nice weekend. During off season, nothing to do in Dungeon Master. Nothing to do at all. This is precisely what I think. That's why I asked, is there anything? And then he's like, don't worry. Okay, so I'm not worrying. And exactly, right? When people tell you, don't worry about it, I'm like, oh yeah, now I'm really worried. Good evening from here. Where is here? Here is very unspecific or very specific. CLI. So I know Beantown Bob, for Beantown Bob, it's obviously morning, but that's in Beantown, right? So Zulher rushing to pay out so that he doesn't get slammed here. Precisely. So it's fun. It's nice that it's not me, that is Santiago taking care of everything. So he has to explain himself. I'm not involved. I'm totally out. Philippines. Wow. So it's not evening, right? It's kind of late for you. First question. That would be one for Santiago to answer as well. But how many Dungeon Master seasons are there left? How many do you want, Razgriz Lord? How many more Dungeon Master seasons do you want? The buck stops with Santiago. 845. Solid answer. Okay. I guess 845 seasons, so we have about 7 seasons per year. 845 seasons means we would have to keep Dungeon Master running for the next about 120 years, right? So that's okay. Or do you mean, Beantown Bob, it's 8:45 in the morning for you? Because I don't believe that. But hey, look who's here, the man. He's not here yet. He still needs to add himself to the stage, but I can do that as well. Are you ready,
Okay,
Santiago? Hey, there you are.
I was waiting for you to introduce me, but I can do it.
Everyone, please meet Santiago and AKA Zuller. You don't know this face, but yeah, I'm officially.
Why were you talking bad about me? Define the dollar. No, I don't know what you were talking about.
Just about you and you copping out of coming here before you've managed the payout because you would be slammed here.
Yeah, actually, I didn't want to jump on the stream before doing the payouts, which I'm telling you, we are distributing the VIP rewards as we speak or within the next 10 minutes, and then we're tackling the VIP rewards. The payout, sorry.
Now everybody's confused.
Yeah, I guess. VIP rewards, then payout. Easy.
Why that order? Why don't you take care of the payouts first? Everybody's been waiting.
Yeah, they are also waiting for the VIP rewards.
Really?
Yes. Are we going to receive the clan entity trophies? Yes, you're going to receive them. We don't have the task automated for that, so that's why we're doing everything that is automated first, and then the entity.
Because Santiago just introduced that all by himself last season.
Yeah, it's a matter of, yeah, we have to do this, but if we can do this manually, then we would rather start doing this other stuff and proceed doing it this way. But we will have to do that job sooner or later.
Oh, this is a nice one. The buck stop. I've never heard that define the dollar. The buck stops here as a famous way to say you take responsibility. Adrian takes none, passed it on to you. That's right. I don't want to be taking any responsibility.
No,
not for the stuff that Santiago and the Dungeon Master team are actually taking care of.
he wants to sound rude, but actually I told him, hey, I'll be 10 minutes late, and he was like, hey, do you need any help? Is everything all right? So you actually care and have
Yeah.
responsibility about it.
I also said here that you told me not to worry, and that obviously makes me worry.
Why?
Because it's always like that. Somebody tells you not to worry. Don't worry, it's fine.
No, I try to be honest actually, because you should know what is going on, and I have told you previous times when I have been stressed.
That's right. You're not stressed. You're still here, right? So if you were
I'm still
stressed,
here.
you would not be here, or you would be frantically typing, which you probably will end up doing anyway.
That's right. I'm not typing. That's a good indicator, right?
You're not typing. Everybody would hear if you were typing.
Yeah.
So look, Tirona. Hey, what's up, people? Do you accept newbies here? Of
Welcome.
course. We love when people are here for the first time, and especially first-time chatters and these kinds of things. So we always appreciate it when people come in, can ask any question. Basically, we may not answer it, but you can ask it. Right? So the tavern is typically a talk about anything and everything that anybody is concerned about, right? So I don't know why we called it tavern, really, because in a tavern we would be talking just things, nothing serious, and probably everyone would speak up. But here it's mostly Santiago and myself answering questions from the chat.
Hey,
and the dog.
Hey, Bintan, so are we back to the Victory One Vision? No, we will also distribute the Victory One Vision and the entity.
What's your dog saying?
You stop taking your coffee. Oh, let me get them in. I'm sorry.
Captop is asking about what's going on with Upland and Wombucks. I only collected 8 days ago with no issue and want to spend more on Upland today, but not sure if I will get more Wombucks for it. Now you've removed the quest. Did we remove the quest? I'm not aware of us removing any quests. I can look it up for you as we speak. I'm really not aware of us removing any quests, but I heard that there was a technical issue. I think that was on the weekend, but I have no idea. I didn't dig into it. I just read something like just a push notification that came up that was related to Upland, that somebody was taking care of it. Do you know anything about Upland?
I started my Web3 journey with Upland.
No, but do you know whether we have a problem with the Upland integration?
Because no, I haven't seen it.
The Upland integration.
I also haven't seen any report about it.
So let me check.
I am not in charge of that, but yeah, you can ask me.
So no, that should be. The quest should still. There's still quests. But so I don't see any issue here officially, but I'll dig into that. But the way it works with Upland, we should be getting. So if you haven't received your Wombucks yet, then you should be receiving. Maybe I'll check something else. You should be receiving them afterwards if there's a technical issue, because we have a very specific way of integrating with Upland. It's the only game that we integrated that way. But I haven't heard of any. So I don't know of
any
did
Upland change chains?
Oh, did they? So maybe that's the reason.
To which chain? Let me guess. No, actually, I cannot guess. That's interesting. Why will they do that?
I've heard that before. I mean, obviously, the main reason would be
it's their own chain, so they have a parachain. I mean, that makes sense. But they're still using EOS, I guess.
I heard that they wanted to do that, but I haven't seen that they had done
It's
it yet.
something Alien Worlds also wanted to do.
So we'll definitely dig into this. But if they have changed, if they had switched their chain already, I haven't seen any news.
Oh, we actually have an announcement. PSA for the Wombat Farm, we got some reports of the progress tracking not working as expected in Upland. We know the reason and contacted the games team to relaunch the game on our platform. When was this announced? Today? Tomorrow?
Oh, look, I didn't know.
Actually, I got this feedback from the Discord chat yesterday that they say that we have too many announcement channels and it's difficult to keep up with all the announcements. What do you think of doing a unified announcement channel?
I'm not the one being in charge of Discord. I'm just passing on the responsibility.
But what do you think? I think it will be messy. So I'm not entirely sure if I would like that.
So, I'm not the one using Discord, right?
Oh,
like as a kind of community member, I don't know what would be preferred, but that is so the people who are closer to it and who are basically working with it every day, right? I think they are the ones who should be making these decisions, and also be in touch with all of the community members to understand whether something is too little or too much or too scattered, right?
Okay, makes sense. Are we getting the Wombat bonus for the last day chest? So the way it works is that it distributes 6k during the entire season. The problem is, there was an error and then we weren't able to track it on time. So the season was supposed to last 42 days instead of 43. Then we did the correction for you guys to not miss out season points. So we made it last one extra day. But actually the 6k bonus USDC were distributed during the 42 days. That's why during the last day you didn't receive any bonus USDC.
So
People are set up.
Technically, you've then received what you should have received throughout the 43 days within 42 days.
Yes.
It's just that there is obviously... Okay, so we're not correcting this? Is that what you're saying?
Not at the moment. Unless we realize there's something wrong. But at the moment, that's how it works. And that's an issue because, of course, there was a problem behind it. It has been a very messy end of season. I know. I want to apologize because of it. We have a new developer team. They are very good, but every time something breaks, we learn something new. So I'm confident we can do things better the next time. Give us Wolf instead. That's a good idea.
How will you determine who gets how much?
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Nice idea. Upland Funde, awesome. I'll have something to read. Thank you.
So yeah, you go ahead. You have a lot of
that's the next
right
question that I wanted to address. What about the daily chest between 5 and 7 April? We will distribute it. The thing, how it is going to work is, since we have things automated, we don't like to mess with the code of such an important thing as the payout. So we will perform the payout as it is right now, what is placed in your screen, and then we will perform an individual payout for that extra day. That's the easiest way and the most secure way of doing it.
Wow, so people can expect an extra payday for those 2 days. Right?
Yes, you shouldn't be like, yeah, I'm going to receive a lot, because one day of the season corresponds to roughly 2 to 3% out of all the rewards. It's not huge, but yeah. We wanted to make it up to you guys.
So obviously then the question is when? When can people expect that?
Oh, you should expect them by today. The payout will happen today, and the extra payout will happen today, or at most tomorrow.
Nice.
It will be sent to your wallets. So we cannot mess with stuff like the bolt and stuff for missing only one day. It's too dangerous and it's not worth the risk.
Yeah, so you'll actually get the payout into your wallets It's not going to be vaulted. Well, that's even more convenient because you can actually vault 100%, and you will have 100%, but you're actually not vaulting 100%. You're vaulting 95%, and the rest is going to your wallet. Wow! So it's actually even better. So
No,
yeah,
it's
now we're
only
selling
one
that
day.
as something positive.
One day for the 6th. There was a total of 32 hours of downtime, but yeah, you'll have to accept our 24 hours apology. What's the Chad Wombat NFT?
Yeah,
You
I
will
was
have
gonna-
to ask Matt about it.
Okay, where's Matt? I want to know.
Is Matt here?
I don't know.
Let's
know
vote
about
him.
Yeah, no problem with that. Let's vault me, and just take me out in 3 seasons.
Awesome, man. I'm glad.
Yeah, but to this, I'm the one vaulting 100%. Who is not vaulting 100%?
Yeah,
I mean,
actually, I'm
of all the
surprised
people
with the amount of people that will 100%.
I know nobody, not a single person who's vaulting. I know some people who are not vaulting at all, which is totally fine, right? But if you're vaulting, who is vaulting less than 100%?
Can someone ban Prince Paradox?
Yeah, okay. Prince Paradox, you're officially...
Matt is a busy man. I understand. He has some important stuff to attend to. For example, the VIP drop. We have the VIP drop in 30 minutes, actually.
What are we dropping?
Season Pass.
Ah, okay.
It's not
It's a
exciting with that face. You should be more excited. Like, yeah, Season Pass.
But what
Actually,
how much
guys,
is it?
I have a question. Like, we were testing today the new shop. The option for you to be able to buy certain amounts of NFTs with a mint limit. So if you will want a Wombation mint store, which one will it be? Like in a limited amount? Maybe gold packs.
I'm not sure I understand, but you broke up. I'm not sure if that was you or me, so I don't understand the question.
So if you could add an item to the shop, which one will it be? In a limited amount, like 500.
How limited?
600.
10? 5,000? 5 million?
I actually wanted to... What do you think of introducing the sunflower in an amount of 10?
What do you think about it? Like, don't ask me. I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, 10 is too little.
So let's... Yeah.
What about the miscommunication in the last day ending? Was that already discussed? Yes. We also talked with the community team, and we will ensure this doesn't happen again.
I'll just let you go ahead because there are so many questions.
Yes, I'll take it. Electric and Palette. Oh, that's nice. We already have Palette available, or am I getting ahead? No, I'm getting ahead. I already spoiled items for the next season if it isn't listed already. What is the season 24 pass going to give? Speed or mining power? We usually alternate them 1-1. So if the previous season was speed, then this time it is mining power. I'm not sure which one we have at the moment. I'll have to check. What about the miscommunication? Okay, we already talked about it. Chat Wombat NFT, is that the don't push the red button? No, it's a different NFT. You will have to ask Matt about it, and you will learn more soon. So the players will expect today the missing rewards in the wallet today. That's the goal. You will get your payout and the missing reward, or the missing reward will take place tomorrow, at most. It does not matter because it will be sold out by the time we get to it. Yeah, so 5 is too little. No, limited. Rarity or dog, but should not have limit. Yeah, I think we should start doing this. I'll try to find out how to do it, learn how to do it, and talk with the community team so we could to ensure which one should be pushed as notifications and which shouldn't. It's a tavern for Adrian sitting back and watching Solar get hammered.
Yes, I love it. And I've been looking at the chat Wombat because I didn't know about it, but it seems like we're holding them all on the promo wallet, right?
Which one?
The
Oh
chat
yeah,
Wombat.
the chat one vision. I told you about it like 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the
You
things
shouldn't
that I
remember
ignored.
about it. Yeah, actually, I think in-game pop-ups are the best way to do it. I promise you by next tavern I will learn how to do it, and you will have it.
Yeah, it's funny because we have that, right? And it's configurable from our backend. We can basically create them so that they pop up within the game. We just never use them. We
Yes.
have a total of 2 in there. I just looked
Yes,
it up.
I saw that there were 2, but I don't know how to use it. I guess you will have to show me how to use it.
I haven't done it myself either.
Oh my god.
But
I guess I'll have to do that this one. So, guys, we have this dashboard that has a lot of information. Adrian gave me access to a lot of stuff, but I'm afraid to click on a lot of stuff because I don't want to break stuff.
Yeah, it's the most powerful tool in the entire company. It's so powerful. There's everything. So we spent like what you see in terms of the products that we have, Wombat, Dungeon Master, and so on. That's what you see as a kind of as a user, right? But a large portion of the development went into this configurable system where we can basically design and define pretty much everything in especially Dungeon Master and Wombat, right, or Womplay. So games, order of games, challenges, quests, banning people, users, right? Wombucks, the shop, everything, like the Dungeon Master shop, everything is in there. Everything, right? So it's the tool, the godlike tool for what can be done in this company. So be careful using this because it's easy to screw some stuff up.
That's why I don't like to touch stuff. Oh, I know how it works. No, I guess I'll try it out. I will have to try it out, guys.
Do try it out during off season, maybe.
Yes, maybe we can have the first announcement during the start of the season.
Maybe. Can you get him viewer access only?
I will have preferred that, I promise.
No, because one of the things that Santiago wasn't able to do, but now is able to do, is the votings, right? So that's not what I want to be doing, or anybody else. So whoever wants to set them up should be able to set them up.
Yeah, I had to be every Friday. Hey, Adrian, can you please post these webs in the voting channel? And he didn't read me because, guys, he doesn't read me. So I had to do it 3 times on Friday. Hey, Adrian again.
Because I have nothing else to do. Because I just want to sit back.
He was sitting back like he's doing right now. He's not even there, as you can see.
Right.
And on the 3rd time, like 10 p.m. his time, he replied like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And I was like, "Sorry for bothering." So one day he decided like, "Fuck this, I'll give you access." And that's the story of how I got access.
He was bothering me too much.
Was there information about Last Chest additional day and payouts? I'm going to be crazy during this stream talking about this all day. So yes, Last Chest, we already distributed all the 6k USDC during the 42 days. So 43 days didn't have any bonus USDC, but it did have the points that will be taken into account. Payouts, as far as I'm concerned, the VIP rewards have been distributed already. Let's take a look just to make sure. Well, they were about to be distributed. And the payouts as well. Yeah, that will be good. That's smart. If we what did we say? I think I said if play reaches 100 million market cap, I will get paddled. What about additional average day for downtime? The additional average day for downtime will be sent after the payout. So we will execute the payout first because it is an automated task, and then we will do the extra compensation. As I said, you shouldn't expect much because it is less than 2% of an entire season. Can you put MOF tokens in the payouts? Oh, interesting. What do you think?
Me? Of course we can. The question is, will this do benefit or harm to the
That's the
mob
problem,
tokens?
because we hold the tokens, but sometimes you don't want to harm the economy because releasing them will mean sell pressure.
Let's have a brief look, because I mean, in overall, things have been going fairly well for the mob tokens. The best performing one is still Blue Whale, right? So let's pull it up.
Shall we keep the red, yellow, and blue Wombations in the Well of Wealth? That's a question for you guys. Oh my god,
So, wow, that was a big spike here.
Red isn't doing great.
So that's Blue Whale, right? That's sitting at a $13,000 market cap. So it's been doing really well here, right, over the last weeks, and I guess mostly weeks. That's a chart against Wax. So overall, it's not looking very bad, right? It's actually looking pretty good. But we're still talking about a token that has a $13,000 fully diluted valuation, right? So, and there's a lot of liquidity for it. $10,000.
What's the market cap?
It's $13,000.
13.
Yeah, and of that 13,000, 5,000 is actually in liquidity, right? So, so that's good. There's a lot of liquidity for a token that's small, right? So that's cool. It's just that it's still very little. So if we were like dumping, let's say we would airdrop or whatever, give away $1,000 worth of tokens this way through the payout or bonus or whatever, then this would tank the economy like crazy, right? So what we could do is, that would not be very healthy either, I suppose, but we could, instead of handing out USDC, right? So we would spend the money, we would convert the USDC into, let's say, Blue Whale or Wombi or ROC tokens, and hand those out. That would mean if we were to spend, let's say, 6K on the token, it would pump it up like crazy, right? That would be fun. It's just that I'm not sure everyone would agree with this, because then the chart would go up and then it would go down, and
the Blue Gamer PC won this vote to get the 2x mining power boost for season 25.
Token roller coaster. The dentist.
Sorry.
Just real quick, I think you were the one reaching out to me on Telegram, right? We'll look into this. I have no idea.
Yeah, everyone prefers USDC. USDC is better.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, any one of you just go and buy Blue Whale or RBC or Wombi or Wombat or whatever you want, or NFTs from your USDC that you're getting. This will be paid out. ist der Stoß. So you pay out to your wallet.
ETH. Why do you want it on ETH? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no. The answer is that's not a question, but the answer is still no. Hang on, no. This one. Can we get Base added to Wombat? Base is integrated with Wombat, so you can use the Base chain. It's not a chain, right? It's a layer 2, but you can use Base from inside Wombat. Don't worry.
Will Enium vaulting payout be done together with the season payout? Yeah, usually it is the same job. We perform the season payout and the deferred payout, as we call it. It's a job in which we send out everything that you're vaulting.
But it's twice a season, right? So we do the
Twice a
mid-season
season during the end of the season and during mid-season. That's right. This is interesting. So you have a token, SQJ Wombat Bird. That's nice.
You don't know about the SQJ token?
No, I don't really know
anything about Sugar Genesis token, Sugar Queen
No,
Genesis
I didn't.
token.
I want to be a holder.
Wow, you missed out. You're not up to date on the community tokens game on Wax.
That's awesome. I'll check it out. I saw
Genuinely curious. I know you definitely have a heavy Wombat back, but do you personally also have a WAS back? Yes, I also have a WAS back, but it's not as big as my Wombat back, naturally.
Oh, you have a back of Foster? Nice.
Yeah.
I saw a question like, where is said?
We can always shout out to Funkin. Hey, Funkin Crypto.
Hey, Funkin, how are you doing?
Please recycle.
Please recycle.
Thanks for dropping.
Oh, it's this one. Is seasonal stamina happening? And if so,
now I'll sit back and let you explain, because now we're yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you want to go ahead? Because I mean, if we do this, then this should be happening soon, right?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is for it to be released at the start of the season. So guys, I'll show you an image first.
So that's very soon.
We have 2 days to make it happen. I want to cry. Where's the image? Come on.
Godlike MIT will get to your question. Don't worry. Right now, so sometimes because we like to moderate things a little bit, then not jumping from one kind of big topic to another, because then we would have to go back, and it's easier for the majority of the chat and also for us, to be honest, to have kind of themed sections in the stream. So when we talk about Dungeon Master and there's something that's not directly related to Dungeon Master, for instance, play token or one play or whatever, right? Then we like to cluster them so that we don't jump back and forth between kind of big themes in the stream. That's the only reason why your question has not been answered yet.
You can reply to him actually now that you started.
Okay. So Godlike MIT, you asked, any update on OnePlay and your old ways to earn NFTs left in the main Wombat EOS wallet? Why did you reduce the win rate of $1 for Outlaw Troopers and Mokans? Are you adding new games? I honestly don't know about Mokans League. I know Outlaw Troopers we've reduced because there was a massive exploit happening. So we couldn't keep that going, so we reduced it. For Mokans League, I'm not aware, but maybe we did the same. Are you adding new games? Yes, we are in discussions with a lot of specifically Web3 games who want to get added. It's mostly a matter of making this happen technically. So we typically have So from our perspective, adding new content, as we've been talking about this backend content tool that we have, adding new games for us is a matter of minutes, right? That's not a big deal. But it's all about kind of finding an agreement, doing test runs, yada, 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 until we actually launch that. So that's typically, depending on whether anything needs to be done from a technical perspective, it's typically ranges from a few weeks, like a week and a half, 2 weeks, all the way can take up to 3 or 4 months for the game to actually integrate, for instance, the correct API or whatever, right? So sometimes that can take a while. So we have a bit of a pipeline there, or a little bit of a backlog, and then from a technical perspective, we can add them, and then we typically stretch them out over a longer time, right? So we would add a new game every week or so, and then sometimes you wouldn't see all the games, because sometimes we roll out games in 1 or 2 or 3 countries first, and then we roll it out to other countries as well. So we don't typically announce launches of games that just launch in one country, right? So mostly when we have worldwide launches, this is when we would talk about kind of, oh, hey, we have this game or new game, or if it launches in multiple countries. So that's that. Regarding the remaining NFTs, no, we haven't really prioritized answering that question. Like, what do we do with all these remaining NFTs? We have no kind of real good ways of doing this. So at some point, somebody, like also here from the chat and community, people have been suggesting, hey, just raffle them out, or just put them up for sale or whatever. Or burn them to free the RAM, right? So we still haven't decided what we want to do with them. So sorry for not being able to give you an update on that. So back to you, Santiago.
So soon seems to be the common theme here. Yeah, we have to improve that. Love that item. Okay, so for season 25, we want to introduce seasonal items. What are seasonal items? Seasonal items are items that will be OP, but that will only last 1 season. You will have 5 rarities of these seasonal items. The rarities, common, rare, epic, legendary, mythic. And they will have different characteristics. For instance, we want to introduce one that you guys have requested a lot, which is a new stamina reduction item. So allow me to present you to the Wizard Stamina Charm. The goal of it will be to reduce stamina consumption, as everyone knows. It will be available through the shop, and we will also create a blend for you to be able to obtain it. Shall we tell more about it? You'll also be able to use a chip or a flawed gem to be able to give it an extra boost. For example, if you have the stamina reduction because of the charm, you'll also be able to obtain a 50% contribution boost if you blend it with a flawed diamond. Or and more NFT chances if you blend it with any other gem. I forgot what was the gem that gave you NFT chances, but yeah. Call them the Ephemeral Wombatia. Now, how big boost on the stamina reduction will it have? So the Mythic will have a 50% stamina reduction.
Are you saying anything?
Sorry?
Did I lose you?
I was ready
to read you're still here. Okay.
How do we apply this stamina charm? You will have to equip it on your items. It will be an amulet, this one. So you guys need to take into account that we also always have to monitor your behavior. So we want to introduce this, check how you guys behave, and then we can think on more crazy stuff.
It sounds like a teacher. We want to check how you behave.
Yeah. For example, I would like to have an extra slot only for the seasonal item, but we will only be able if we can know if we are able to do this after releasing it first in a smooth way. We're doing the payout.
The particular problem with stamina is Sorry, we seem to be out of sync a little.
Yes, I don't know if you're lagging
Oh.
or I'm lagging.
The particular problem that we discussed, that Santiago and I discussed, is that if you already have the mythic level 5 luminous sun, right, that already gives you a 50% stamina reduction. If you get another 50% or anything close to that, right, that would basically allow you to run without stamina consumption, right? So we need to be very careful. So that's why we chose the same slot that is also occupied by the luminous sun, right, or the stamina items that we've had in the old sets.
Yes, this is an amulet. I know it's a lot of information. We will have a blog post and everything for you guys to understand it. What do you think, guys? Comments, opinions?
Another mole fiasco. That's exactly what we wanted to prevent, right? Because the way stamina reduction is supposed to work is that it reduces the stamina consumption by 50% if you have a 50%, right? And that means that if you have 100% total boost, that would reduce to your stamina consumption to 0, right? It's unlike speed is now, but how speed used to be calculated, although speed was never intended to be used like that.
Why do you think I'm mad with power?
And these are like, it's what's important is these are seasonal items. That's also why it says on the card season 25, right? So if things don't go out of hand, then or don't go the way we intended it to go or whatever, then this is going to be limited to one season, and then we're going to be back with something else the season after.
Will this be like other year? No. The most important question is the price of it. So we will sell them in packs. We will have a toolbox.
You're supposed to talk a little slower. A little slower.
Okay. So we will sell them in packs. The cost of the pack will be one pack in Wombat tokens. And you will be able to get the rarities inside each of the pack. So to answer the next question for Sugar Queen Janice, will this be like other years? It has level 1 to 5? No, there will be no levels. There will only be rarities, as we want to simplify this. The sell mechanics is it will be packs. 3k supply, you will be able to get 2.5k packs like by buying them, and 500 packs throughout land. That we will talk about it soon.
So yeah, another maybe kind of bigger picture part here, because the original question kind of was, hey, when can we expect stamina reduction gear, right? The stamina reduction set, just like a new profession set. And then we're like, okay, but making new sets is a horrible amount of work. It's really a lot of work, right? It's a lot of templates, it's a lot of blends, it's a lot of everything, right? So the question was, okay, can we make something that's new and innovative and can basically change every season so that we keep the game more interesting and we can basically change the meta between seasons, or at least influence the meta? And then the answer was, actually we can, and we can do that without actually introducing new items every single time, like a new whole set of items, right? So this was kind of a compromised result where we can try something without kind of making a whole new set of items and then figure out, does it work or not? And if it doesn't work, if you don't want this, or if it's too strong or too weak, we'll figure it out. All right, so that's kind of the answer. It's kind of a controlled experiment of sorts. because we've never done seasonal items before. So it's, for instance, it's super hard to understand what is, or what we typically do is we anticipate prices, right? So we anticipate how will this impact the value or the price, the market price of specific items, and we typically have a really good chance of predicting this quite well, right? But here we have no idea because it's seasonal items. We've never had. It's not true. We did have seasonal items, right? AKA the celebration items, but not kind of that specifically, and especially not for stamina. So now it's going to be really interesting.
What else do we have? Is having a dynamic pricing for something like this possible? I think you can do it through Nifty. Is it possible? So actually, yeah, that's what I was discussing with you as well, because we're not entirely sure if we should. I should talk slower. We are not sure if we should release this on Nifty blocks as a drop or through the in-game shop. I always will prefer to release stuff on the in-game shop because it is the easiest user experience. But we wouldn't be able to have options like the dynamic pricing.
I'm not sure the dynamic pricing works with tokens that are not wax, though.
Okay, makes sense.
I think like it only works with wax.
Okay, I'll try to talk slower. I promise. Does it take existing your slot? Yes, it will be the slot of an amulet. What happens if I collect it and don't use it this season? Then it will lose its status as an item for the next season. So we wanted to be very careful about this because even though the feature is cool, we also need to ensure how to protect you guys. I don't want some newcomer reaching out and saying, hey, I bought this item because it has a stamina reduction and we are on season 28, so it is no longer worth it. So for us to do this, we will introduce a new schema, which will be called seasonal items. We will make sure that on every description, it says that it will only work for season 25 and so on. Trying to protect you. If you want to collect it, that's great. I also like to collect NFTs. But just know that it will lose its effect.
So the sooner you have it in the season, the better. So it's a little bit different than a season pass, right? Because the season pass itself, you can basically collect all of the right-hand achievements or rewards even at the end of the season, right? You don't have to do that early in the season. So there's obviously a few benefits like the increased chance and whatever. But typically the season pass is pretty valuable still, even towards the end of the season. But this will literally lose its value the later you have it, because it's only valid for one season. And then there may or may not, as always, right? There may or may not be some kind of blends, some kind of recycling stuff going on, depending on how many are left, how many are there, right? We don't know. We will have to see. But in general, don't expect this to have any use beyond season 25.
I should talk slow. For those of us without the stamina reduction amulet, it's fair game with those who have. I am very excited to see where and how the game will go in season 25 with the introduction of stamina reduction. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I think it will be interesting. And we always try to take decisions on pricing based on the information we have. Maybe the pricing we have right now is wrong. It could be. But then for season 26, we can make sure that the pricing is correct.
Or never introduce a seasonal stamina reduction item.
Or I will
again,
get a
because
trauma
it's totally throwing
for my
everybody
whole
off.
life. Yeah. I mean, it's not only stamina reduction for a season. We can also do contribution. We can also do speed. We can also do more NFT chances. There's a lot of seasonal items we can introduce.
We also are not limited to just doing one.
Yes,
right.
We're doing it only test. One because we want to test the stuff out. If we do two, then we will have to balance two items, and no, it will have been a nightmare. It is already a little nightmare trying to figure out everything, but
but I mean, doing everything at the same time, right? Finishing the season, designing new things for the next season, working on the new actual features in the game. But then that's the cool thing, that these things we can actually do without writing a lot of code, without changing a lot of things in the game itself and the software, right? Because most of the stuff that's needed for something like that is there already. So we can actually innovate more and faster without actually like being limited in bandwidth by the
This is a new
size of the
concept.
team or whatever.
Yes. I mean, I'm happy about it. That means we have some more work. For example, I was working on Sunday to make sure we are able to deliver this. But I think we will be able to do it, and I'll be very happy about it if you guys enjoy it. Vince says this is a new concept that is very different to other NFTs that Wombat ever released. Should it be labeled Season 25 only? Yes, it will be labeled like Season 25, Stamina, or something like that. But we need to ensure that users are protected. Thank you, Vince. So I just want to understand this correctly. This season, you're basically having a one-season Luminous Sun. How does this benefit the people that have a Legendary 5 Luminous Sun currently? It doesn't. Like, the benefit that they have is they have the Luminous Sun during the whole seasons. If they have the Luminous Sun, then I'm very happy for them. They get to enjoy it for the whole seasons. And we will have more items, for example, one that could be the equivalent to the Robotor Mole for Season 26. And then the Luminous Sun could benefit that they could get a Robotor Mole, stuff like it. Why we also included it in the amulet, it's because we don't want someone with 100% stamina reduction. So that's why we have to balance this stuff out.
Because we don't know what this would do.
They didn't have.
So there's,
I
think there's like 8 or so, seven Luminous Sun level 5s. So yeah.
Is the stream rewind back about 10 seconds automatically?
I have no idea. You know what? Make it super obvious. Make the NFT upside down.
There's a lot of comments.
There is. It seems like that's a popular topic.
So basically, this is a one-season cheat for the people that have not spent thousands to stay on the leaderboard. Actually, you will have to spend money to be on the leaderboard. It's not like you will spend $1 and you will suddenly have a very OP item.
Burn 10 of the level 5. Okay, they don't have levels, but there's going to be a mythic seasonal items to get 100k MP NTT is coming at some point. Well, good idea, Rising Dragons. The bed. Hey, I haven't seen you around yet, but hello. I'm sorry, but why don't we finish dropping the last set? There should be 2, but I guess the one to reduce stamina hasn't been planned for a while. Instead of making us buy new items that only have 1 season of life, lately there have been so many good intentions that have been left to the wind or done badly. Wouldn't it be better to fix the problems that exist rather than to introduce useless things such as gems? Another thing, why are we talking about meta on Dungeon Master? What's the point of talking about this? Talking about meta when the only things that matter are speed, counter token boost, stamina reduction. The rest is pretty much useless after some. Okay, sorry, right one. I mean, this is the meta, right? This is basically this is exactly what we're looking at, right? Is there other ways of making this more interesting over time if there's nothing that matters outside of this, right? And with regards to the last set, to the last profession set, this is precisely the reason why we haven't released it yet, right? This was supposed to be miners, so that would have affected mining resources or materials, right? And we figured it's not relevant enough for that to be actually released, right? So that's why we didn't go through the what we had originally planned, the amount of work that we had originally planned for this. It's actually like the artworks are even ready for this, but everything else isn't, and we ended up saying, okay, it's not actually worth doing this. So you tell us, right? If that's really what you want, if you really want the miner set, then we can obviously do that. But I personally doubt that this will actually have a massive impact on what the game is looking like, right? So Jago, are you still actually there? Because your camera is frozen for me.
Oh my god. Yep. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. Yeah. At least I can hear you.
Wait. Now? Hello? Yes? Can you see me?
Now you're back. Yes.
So a guy just opened shit tons of syrup, platinums, and dark matters to make Luminous Sun. I wonder what he will feel. I guess, I mean, remember, this is a seasonal item. It will only last during Season 25. During Season 26, we will not implement a stamina reduction item. That's it. It is an item for a season, and it isn't like you will spend $1, as I said, and you will get the boost worth a Luminous Sun. If the guy spend it, then he will enjoy the stamina reduction for the rest of the seasons. And of course, we always take your feedback, guys. If we release this and then you absolutely hate it, then we won't have seasonal items for Season 26. But you need to understand that also we want to bring up new features and new experiences for you guys. We need to make the game a little bit more dynamic. So that's part of the decision of why we took this.
Yeah, there's so many pros and cons to this, right? And for instance, Spinlodge Vince has brought this up. For players who joined from season 15 onwards, these players are unable to access stamina reduction items except for the secondary market, right? And this is one of the requests that we've been getting. That was one of the most frequent requests that we've been getting is, okay, we want something that can reduce our stamina or can get a stamina back or like somehow temper with our stamina, right? And so we've had stamina gels, as you remember, which was not great, right? And then we were thinking about, okay, how can we change those, right? And Santiago had a whole concept of how we can change those to make them work, actually. And then, but it still didn't seem really good. It still didn't seem to be kind of fair. So then we thought about something else. And maybe it's going to be this, maybe it's going to be something else, right? But at least, so if you have a Luminous Sun level 5, you will have that benefit forever, right? If like maybe we'll keep making seasonal items, maybe we'll also keep making seasonal items for the some level 5s.
I don't know if it is
right?
my connection.
No, it was probably mine.
Maybe it's a random wheel spinning feature to decide what item to use. That would be interesting. Yeah, we can for sure do that. Like for example, the tavern before the season.
That's cool. Energy gel PTSD, right?
The release of the seasonal special years, it doesn't mean for those of us who may be benefiting from the stamina reduction. For those of us currently using the contribution amulet, we lost 250% contribution, so we need to make a decision and choose to use it or not to use it. So if we decide to use, well, we get the stamina reduction benefit, we still will lose 250% contribution. Those with Luminous Sun will not be affected by this in a big way. I mean, it's part of the game for you guys to make these decisions. That's the goal, making the game more dynamic. Like, hey, this season NFT, does it benefit my current grid? Will I have to make changes? Is it balanced? It will be perfect for some players. It wouldn't be useful for some others. That's part of, and that's the goal of what we want to do with the game, guys. And some of you will be happy about this seasonal item, as I have seen in the chat, and some of you will not, but you also need to take into account. Maybe the next season item will benefit you a lot. So always take into account that. That's why it is a seasonal game. Like, we should have this kind of waves in which you have a huge benefit in one. This season suits you perfectly, and the next season might not suit you. That's part of the game.
But obviously we have to live with the backlash about all of it, right? And that's fine. That's why we're here. That's why we're discussing these things. That's why we're taking in all of your feedback here, because whenever you change something, right, that will always benefit somebody and will it will be to the how do you say, the detriment of others. Webby. Hi.
Oh my god. Hello.
What have I missed? The whole discussion about seasonal items and the and Master Shin is saying, no, we need gold. Why can't we have gold again? Put gold back in the well. Because I think it was also you, Master Shin, saying that there's no or hardly any large packs, gold items packs available anymore. So people actually need to blend up, right? Gold is one of the next things on our agenda, that we want to bring back gold somehow, but there's no guarantee it's going to be through more packs of the same.
You will see when heavy investors like myself feel snuffed. Oh, well, feel snuffed yet again by the improvements by the game. I mean, we have to try stuff out, guys. We will make a lot of calls. Some of them will be good, some of them will be bad, but we cannot know for sure until we try them.
Bring back the Zeta packs. So that was another thing, right? We were considering this because there's still unsold basic Zeta packs, and now you will not get a Luminous Sun from basic packs. So we were like, hey, why can't we make them or allow them to be blended up so that you can actually just like standard and silver packs, right? So maybe you can blend basic packs into gold packs or into diamond packs or whatever it is, right? So there might be a possibility of basically there are quote unquote unsold cards, right, that are in packs somewhere, but those packs are not floating. So can we do that? And this was an idea that we floated, and that wasn't received very well, so we discarded it, right? So that would have been another possibility of getting more stamina reduction items into the circulating supply, right? So we're trying to be creative here, right? And yes, we would like to hear if we're about to do something catastrophic, right? Then we would like to hear that up front. So if if, for instance, everybody would be saying here, "Oh, this is such a bad idea. Don't do it like that." Right? It's a catastrophic idea. We'll all be gone. We'll all stop playing. When this happens, then we would say, okay, then we're probably not doing this, because that's what these taverns are for. That's how these taverns got created originally. That's why they're called taverns. Oh, I don't know whether they're called taverns for that reason, but
I thought it was because you drank beer in the tavern.
I would love to. But then everybody should drink with me.
What else do we have? I'll reach you out, Chair, so we can check out the leaderboard stuff.
Look, Busking is asking, will there, we did that
you're
last time, right? That we dropped some
Yes.
season pass packs for mob tokens. Are we doing this again?
Sorry, I missed you for a moment.
Last season we dropped a small portion of the season pass packs for mob tokens. Are we doing that again?
Not this season. We're only doing the one by the VIP season pass drop. So that's also part of the example. We did this with the mob tokens and the season pass. Some people liked it, as they are asking it again, and then some people say this is shit. Every decision will come with someone liking it and someone disliking it entirely. I mean, Binton, you're in your right to express all your concerns. Actually, that's what the tavern is for. Like, if you don't like an idea, please talk about it, give all the feedback that you got, and that applies to every one of you guys. Like, always provide feedback, always tell how you feel. Remember to be respectful also, this is key. But we're here to listen and to try to improve the game. I mean, the goal of both you and me is to improve the game.
But I mean, this is, and I think that Beantown Bob is being, or has been, respectful here, right?
No, I'm not saying
that's very good feedback, right?
Yes.
No,
I'm
I
not
know.
saying he was
You didn't say that.
Yeah.
But this is the stamina reduction is a huge game changer. Watch the leaderboard this season. That's precisely what we would want to see if that actually has a massive impact on people. And so there's still, we can still like make minor adjustments to this, right? If that's what the outcome of this discussion is, or any discussion, for what it's worth. But Santiago also said that last week, I think, when we spoke about seasonal items, that they are supposed to be OP, right? Somewhat OP.
It should be OP. I mean, I also need people to understand that it isn't like you will spend $1 and get a completely OP item. It is expected for us, roughly, for you to spend close to $80 to $100 to get a mythic, if you get the pack chances right, or if you blend all the way up. It should have a massive impact, otherwise will not be worth it to buy it. Yes, that's right. Sorry, because you're putting stamina in a million slot, can we have a 250% contribution for same slot as same price in shop too? Can you explain your reasoning behind it?
That's an interesting one. So Webby is saying...
So give me a second, I'm having a call. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Oh, what am I going to do now?
I don't know, but it seems important.
So yeah, I don't want to defer that discussion or break it up. But this is an interesting thought. So Webby, are you saying if we're discussing stamina and the amulet slot, because the precise reason why it would go in the amulet slot is that if we put it elsewhere, somebody could end up with close to 1 or even exactly, depending on how we balance this, right? 100% stamina reduction, which would drive everything even crazier. So that's why we said, okay, the only stamina reduction the only stamina reduction items have been in the amulet slot. So in order to avoid getting wrecked on too much stamina reduction, we will put it on the stamina on the amulet slot. So and that goes basically that conflicts with a maximum of 250% contribution boost, I believe. That's what has been brought up earlier, right? That I think that's the maximum you can get on the amulet slot. So that would be an interesting idea, that you could actually choose for one season. You could choose whether you want 250% contribution or 50% stamina reduction. We're still talking on mythic rarity, right? So is that what you're saying? That this 250% contribution thing should also be like at max, should also be on the amulet slot, right?
What did I miss?
Webby's comment here that I've been trying to kind of dig a little bit deeper, because as I understand it, Webby's arguing, okay, some people have 250% 250% contribution on the amulet slot, so that's the max you can get in terms of contribution, versus you can get a maximum of 50% stamina reduction. So if we do a 50% stamina reduction, we should also have a 250% contribution as a seasonal item on the amulet slot, so that you can basically.
Yes.
And I find that a very smart idea.
I agree.
Right?
I agree with that.
Not this everyone would have kind of this option.
I agree. That's a very nice idea. I hope we can. I mean, the goal is to release not only one but 2 items per season, but we need to test out stuff with only one at first. Maybe has a point. Yes, it's a very good one. 10 million one, but
why not? I can't click anything anymore. Everything's broken. Sharelove is saying, why not sell Luminous Sun and Opulent, both level 5
also,
for 60k wax each in shop?
What is worth to mention is, for this seasonal item, you will be able to use gems. So you will not only be able to have a 50% stamina reduction, but you could also add a 50% contribution boost if you blend it with a float timer. I mean, yeah.
Or that is also interesting. So what I was thinking, my thinking was especially when Beantown Bob was criticizing this, which again I totally understand, is that maybe we shouldn't make it 50%. Maybe we should go to 40%. Right, so that it's not as good as a Luminous Sun, and whoever
I was thinking about that
is not impacted by this as much, right? And that now Webby's bringing up, no, it should actually be more than 50%. So it was your original idea, because Santiago originally had planned it to be even more than 50%. Then it would be OP, and it would be worth for people who already have a Luminous Sun level 5 to actually dig into this as well, which would still impact the Luminous Sun for the upcoming season. Right, but not beyond that, right? And after season 25, you would still have your Luminous Sun, while everybody else would have nothing, right? So that's a really interesting way of thinking. So I haven't thought about it that way.
Actually, it was 60%. Do you remember? And we were taking a look at the boost and said, like, yeah, maybe it should be 50%.
Yes, and I was saying everybody with a Luminous Sun will be totally pissed off.
You said that, yes. That's right, guys. That's how the conversation went. Yes, open up a third sidekick. Yeah, and people who can afford the third sidekick will be like, yay, we can do it, and then I'll get backlash from everyone else that cannot afford it.
Yeah, and then
Think
we
like
come back to
Levy.
the same problem.
It is only for one season. It should be better.
But with the third sidekick, we would get back to the same problem, right? People who already have the oh god, this connection is really bad today. I don't know. We keep
You have to complain with
lagging,
Elon
both
Musk.
of us, I believe.
Hello. Hello.
I don't know if that's me or you.
Yeah, I don't know at the moment. Guys, who is it? Who can you hear better? We should retire Luminous.
So how about we give anyone we actually we retire the Luminous Sun, but we give people who have a Luminous Sun level 5 a lifetime supply of seasonal items for 50% reduction. I'm just kidding. Okay, so it's just me
Oh my
lagging.
god.
I'll be right back. Just want to
Yeah, sure.
check something with my connection.
Adrian is lagging. Can only stand on the settings. This all sounds too rich for my blood. I mean, I know we're taking a risk by doing this, guys. I know it. But we need to make the game more dynamic. I hope you understand. It needs to feel more seasonal. Like, not only you buy one kit and then you can run for 12 straight seasons without anything changing. What if we could put some certain equipments for certain seasons? So I like actually the idea. Let's go how we go with the stamina reduction item first, and then we can figure stuff out. Because it will be cool, like to run a roulette and think this is the item that will have the boost next season. Tell me something else. Nothing. I'll take some more comments. Can only set. Ah, no, you already said that. Just limited to 2x max of same collection sidekick. Yeah, it should be limited. Can we boost up to 5 collections each season 2x to get more boost on partner collections, or maybe 3? Yeah, I think we should maybe try to find a way to do this. What metric could we use for it? Because yes, I like this, and this will shake up stuff a little bit more, because right now usually what you guys boost is Wombat Primax, and that's it.
But I think if it's third-party collections, and based off of the discussions that we typically have around collections, this would 2x is not really impactful for many of the collections, right? Twitchy Tides collection was one of the examples given last week.
We lost Adrian again.
So,
community, yeah, I agree. Should be
Sorry.
a community vote. The question
I'll try
is
again.
which collections. I mean, how do we curate these collections? How do we filter them and we get 5 out of them for us to boost? Which metric do we use? I will let you guys prepare for some hard-hitting feedback. Yeah, I don't know. After this week, everything is smooth. I agree with you guys. The last week was a chaos. We did a lot of mistakes, and we should have communicated better. It's also part because of these mistakes were new. We weren't able to solve them on time, or we didn't envision the solution as fast as we thought. So I'm glad you're sticking with us, and we'll try to make things better as always. My suggestion will be to buy farm items which can be blended into one of the final 5 seasonal items. So yes, the idea is to have a 3k supply of the packs and make 2.5 or 2k available at the drop and 500 available through a blend. Now the blend, I'm not sure how I'm going to be honest, we don't have the blend figured out yet. We have a small idea, but it's not final. So if you want to blend anything, the best moment will be now. Oh my god, the boss is back.
I can't guarantee that it's going to be stable, though. Something's wrong with my... It's not even the connection, it's my internal network.
Make a new plan for long term, as now the new players can access to old gear because old players take advantage of old pack price. I will comment on this, but this stream is already hard enough. And whenever we comment about this stuff, you think we will do it. So I'll reserve my comments about this. Did the team ever find out the cause of... Yes, we found that. We deployed a fix. That should be enough for it to not happen again. You have less than 2 days. Yeah, I have less than 2 days. I mean, what else do we have to do? Most of the stuff is ready. I have to mint the items. I have to create the blends. And I have to create the upgrades. It can be done in a day. But right now we need to test if it actually works.
Sorry, I'm not sure how stable.
Yeah, you're not talking.
If anyone can hear me.
I can hear you, but barely.
One thing I can do is already start up some Twitchy tides. That I can do. Okay. But I'm having a big lag with Santiago all the time, so I sometimes feel like I'm talking at the same time as he. So, well, Stamina Charm is the newer version of Stamina Gel. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid, right? That it creates a situation as intense as it Stamina Gel, the energy gel, where somebody was saying there's still PTSD because of that. Right. But anyway, one thing that I can do is, like I said, can already start collecting people. For the Twitchy tides. You can type !play.
Do it, guys.
Do the Royale one for Twitch tides so you can earn some aqua. What's the Royale? Is there anywhere here? Set rewards? Oh. Huh. I don't know. Did I miss something?
About what? I'm lagging.
Oh, we need a bowl. Oh, I think I have a bowl. So I'll figure it out. By the way, your wombats should be working again. I spoke with Pop Paragon and he told me that it should be working again.
Oh, it wasn't working?
No, it was broken. The pooping was broken. Define the dollar is saying, just saw that we got the VIP drop for next season. So that's the free NFTs that everybody gets from being a VIP. Is it safe to open the season 25 pack? I think so. I think it's perfectly safe. Why wouldn't it? But I think so we've been late with the payout, but at least we're early with the. I think that we've never been that early in distributing the VIP rewards, seasonal ones. I think we typically did that on the Tuesday. You need to have Aqua or Tide. I didn't know there's a new token for Twitchy Tides. Aqua. So many things. You don't pay attention for a week and everything's changed, right?
Everything changes.
So we haven't even spoken about the market at all.
We didn't have time. This was a
Yeah. Okay, I think my son is excited about something he did in Rocket League because he just came in and wanted to tell me something. Maybe that's why the connection is so bad, because he's been playing Rocket League.
Oh, you gotta tell him to stop. Like, hey, stop ranking.
How can I do that to my son? No, I don't know. That shouldn't actually be a thing. Aqua is an in-game currency. Okay. All right. And let's get this going. Let's see. Do we have any wombats here? Yeah, Vince has a wombat. Janice has a wombat. Nice. Yeah.
I hate using Anchor.
Why can't? Because my connection's bad. Tell him that Daddy Papa needs to go to the office otherwise. Yes. Being home.
And Anchor hits me too.
All right.
You're lagging so much.
Let's get this
It's
rolling.
crazy. Yeah, let's roll it.
Sorry. Really sorry. So, as always, top 5 players and the top player with a wombat will get a box, a promo box. So let's roll. I think I still have it on normal, right? Where's that fast? It was very fast for normal. No, it's this is not fast. Oh, we're down to 3 already. Beast Knife, Chur, and CLI. Oh, there we go. CLI is the winner. GG's. So we've got CLI, Beast Knife, Chur, Mucha Twitcher, and Beantown Bob. All the wombats. And we've got Sugar Queen Janice and Swim Dodge Vince at the very bottom. But Janice for the extra pack. So, all right. Congrats, everyone. Now Santiago's typing.
I'm typing.
Back to type.
Frenzy typing.
Okay. Darkest 2. Why do I have to keep reselecting tokens on the Chrome extension? The lock's not selectable for me. That is weird. Let us check that. We'll check.
I don't know, but it was funny.
What you're laughing?
What Vin said. But I don't know if I can.
Okay.
No, I'm a kid. I'm sorry. So, you know what happened to a friend of mine in the hospital when I was working there? We had a patient at the ICU that was staying for over 30 days. He was pretty bad, but he made it. So he was during a whole month with us. It was Christmas. We made him a little party after he was leaving the hospital. But my friend, I was next to him, and he was like thanking everyone. And the only thing that he could think of is, "Thanks, come back soon." And he told him that to the patient that has been in the ICU for over 30 days. So I promise I tried so hard to not
That's nice.
Yeah, to not low next to him, but I just couldn't handle it. At least the patient also tried to laugh about it, but yeah, it was one of the funniest moments in my life. Like, I promise I couldn't breathe for the entire hour afterwards.
I only heard half of the story, but at least the ending.
We told a patient in the ICU that has been 30 days to come back soon. Solar is a medic. Yes, I'm a medical doctor.
Sometimes you forget, right?
Yeah, it's for people to remember.
And you're also a QT. Is that a quant trader?
What is that?
Like a quantitative trading trader.
I heard the happy ending. It was a nice moment. It's one of the times I love the most in my life. Open. Dude, I haven't seen your post of waiting for plates to lunch. Oh, so I was typing because of that. So you should have your packs right now. Hopefully.
I need Zoller to fix my AOEs at WombatCon. WombatCon. This would be such a nice thing. So this is the most difficult part about any kind of live event that we would do. Let's imagine we would do WombatCon or whatever it's called, right? And I know I asked the question already, but like a year ago or so, because back then we were already imagining this. But where should this take place?
The WombatCon?
What would be the best place to host WombatCon or Spielworks live event or whatever you call that, Playmind con, whatever?
Portugal.
Germany, Essen Expo. Yes, sure, Essen. Essen is a really nice place. Not
New York City. Yes, I would love to. I love New York. Do you like New York, Adrian?
so because
Lost him. No further plays than nervous.
It would
You're
make
invited
sense
to
to
my
do that
class.
during a large. I'm really sorry for my connection today.
88. Why 88?
88 is a really bad number in Germany
Why is that?
because it's associated with the 8 is associated with the eighth letter in the alphabet, and that would be the shortcut for a Nazi type of thing, right? So people who have, I think they're even disallowed. I'm not sure. Car plates, registry plates with 88 on it. I'm not sure whether they're even allowed because that's a kind of symbol for Nazis.
Oh, really? Oh my god. Why should I use the one with 88? Then 69. Yes, and 69 is much better. Come on. Not sure if doing OT encounters while playing TT and listening. What is OT and what is TT?
Twitchy Tides.
Twitchy Tides
and OT is probably Outlaw Troopers.
Okay. Guild by association. But why was it that they associated it with 88?
Because it's associated with the letter H, the 8th letter in the alphabet.
Oh, okay.
Right. And the H is the first letter of Hitler's last name, right? So I can't say that on the record because, but you can Google it.
Okay, I will.
8 or the letter combination HH in Germany. It's not a very.
Is that it? Hello? Oh no, we lost him again. Yeah, I'm too young for a lot of stuff.
Keep losing me. I'm sorry. But I think this is mostly a German thing. So in Germany, everybody knows about it. Outside of Germany, people don't usually. So don't worry about it. Share love. It's known in the US too. Okay. Well, at least somewhere. Did we lose Santiago or?
This has been a crazy stream. Everyone is talking me. Everyone is calling me. Double luck.
Yeah, because the 8 is the lucky number, right?
Guys, did you receive
So
your VIP
really,
reports?
sorry for that. Let me check mine. Did I get mine?
I received mine.
Selling everything immediately. I'm selling my Wombat.
Oh, it is
VIP Wombat
still
miners.
it is still sending some, so otherwise you should be patient.
We need to have a session where we can guess things. You can always guess things. The age of Santiago's dog or dogs.
My first dog is 3 years. My second dog is 1 year and a half. But
Oh,
yes,
they're really young. Like
they're
you.
young.
Like you.
I mean, they are the new generation. I had a dog that I grew up with. He died in the pandemic, but he had like 14 to 15 years. It was crazy, man. The pandemic was so crazy. It was in the peak of the
I used to
pandemic.
have rats, never had a dog. I used to have rats. The problem with
rats.
rats is that
We will never know which is the problem with rats. Oh, you're back. He's probably answers.
Yeah. So
Don't blame me. I was
I used to have
looking at the
rats.
chain.
And the problem with rats is that they die very very young, right? So they don't grow older than like a year and a half or 2 years. So that is a very sad thing because you have to bury them, whatever. You have your pets dying every other year. So that's really not going back there. Although rats are really funny as pets. If Adrian is planning or gonna sell your Battle Bowl for Twitch Tides, please let me know. I don't.
You might have missed my question earlier. Can you please look into the recipe blend? Okay, we'll take a look at it. Thank you, man. Noted.
I mean, the electricity originally was supposed to be this, right? When we first introduced it. But yeah, it may have gotten out of balance.
I don't know why I'm laughing at this stuff today.
Why again?
I don't know. What is the most used NFT and Dungeon Items collection? I'm not sure. We'll have to check. My god, Oh my god. I almost broke my cup of coffee.
How so?
I did this with the hand as I was trying to tell you something, and and I knocked my coffee jar, my coffee mug.
CLI, the winner always typically gets a promo pack, Dungeon Master promo pack.
Oh, how did the drop do for the babies? Only 5 have been sold. Come on, guys, buy your season packs.
Typically, it would still be going.
Nothing arrived yet in my wallet. What? Anyone else having this problem? Should be. It's still running. Oh my god.
You're right. It's not a promo pack, it's a promo box. Did I say promo pack?
No, the payout the payout is next, don't worry. Oh, you won.
Yeah, that's not weird at all. That's all cool.
Congratulations.
And also CLI placed first. So
You should pay out extra to Janice.
And also, CLI, it might take a few hours or even a day for you to get the promo box. Right, so don't worry if you didn't get it yet, or if you don't get it right after the stream, then it might just take a little longer. But you'll get it. If in case you shouldn't get it, just ping some of our people in Discord, or come back next week and complain, and you'll get it.
And complain.
Yeah, that's how it works. Right? Things don't work, we make them work.
That's true.
But typically things work.
Complain at Matt.
Complain
No,
to
for
Matt.
Usual. Everyone says Matt this, Matt the
Don't
other.
get mad.
No one asks how is Matt. Okay. Any other question? No. It has been a chill stream for you, man.
It's for me in multiple ways, because A, my connection is really, really bad, and B, because you've been getting all the heat. So great.
And are we getting Solar and Pedro to play
When
some
will you
late?
play?
I think Pedro is afraid. He doesn't want to face me. I don't know if he's around. Nice, man. 4 mythics.
Nice. Really nice.
Yeah, Pedro is not around, so yeah.
I won't get that
think
lucky.
He's afraid of losing. My Kindred game is too.
Who's better? Who's
guess
better
me.
at League of Legends? Pedro or you?
I guess it is me. Clip that, send it to Pedro. We can do a contest, and you can guys maybe wager the result. Pedro is mythic. I think he's gold. I'm not sure. Was Pedro who said that he was Jack Black's distant cousin? Might be. Pedro would always be mythic. Yeah, in my heart as well. He's from Riot, so you can always blame Pedro because he's an ex-Rioter. I don't know if you guys play League of Legends, but they also have, the same way as Wombat, they have the phrase like fuck Riot, because it is always Riot's fault that they break the game and they take shady decisions. It happens to every company now that I realize. Blame Blizzard, blame Riot, blame EA. Well, you can blame EA. I don't like it.
Yeah, blame Rockstar for postponing GTA 6 again.
EA is dying. EA Sports. I think they lost the license to FIFA, is that right? In that case, yes, they are likely dying.
But it's called. I think they're still doing well with EAFC. I'm not sure. Is anybody still playing EFC after they're not FIFA anymore?
Revolution Soccer was right.
So if FC isn't great, then the question is, what's a good alternative to EAFC?
Wombat. Moken's League.
It's not a football game though.
GTA 6 soon. For the people that don't know, they just delayed GTA 6 for another year.
What's the Schwax token?
in case it is
that a
wax,
thing?
but
Oh, yes, we can.
Schwax. What is Schwax? Someone tell me. Guys, you didn't confirm if you received your rewards. Well, some of you did.
That's definitely not going to happen. GTA 6 will not be out before we launch play.
Yeah, no season payout. I know. Give us some time. We gotta work on it.
So that's the Schwax token. This needs more liquidity. That's for sure. And it's not very well distributed. Okay. Well, sure, we can add it. That helps. And woof. Do one blend for Wombation using gear with top chance 0.01% for cat Wombation. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we need to do something with the OG entity.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Right. All right. Sorry for my bad connection. I'll make sure that next time is better. I'll basically just kick out my kids so that they can't take away bandwidth. But we made it that far. So who are we going to rate today then? Let's finish
Next
up
question.
with this. If you can still hear me, that is.
Can we raid? I don't know. I don't have Twitch open. Who's live, guys?
It's great that Summer is here. Summer is definitely not here in Portugal.
Season 25. Yeah, no, I will be stressed as fuck if season will be, if leaks will be starting soon.
It's season 25. It's not the 25th season, right? Because we started at season 0. But yeah.
Thank you both. Thank you both for your time and answering questions. Also to all the team we never see. Yeah, they deserve love as well. Everyone deserves love.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for all the questions, for all the feedback. I always prefer someone and you guys actually providing your feedback rather than you being silent about stuff. So keep up with it. And thank you.
What does that mean? She's live via a bear.
Ollie Beer. She's like,
I didn't say in order to get listed you need more liquidity. I'm just saying you should get more liquidity for the token. So Ellie Bear. Ellie Bear is playing Forsaken.
They'll be sent later on. We don't have an automated task for that, Prince Paradox. So we need to perform the payout, release the seasonal items, and maybe you can expect this to come out on Friday. Once we have the automated task, then it should go everything all the way. But for now, this is what we can do.
Right, are you fine rating? We'll just do that. We just rate Ellie Bear. We never rated Ellie Bear. So let's do that. And have a good week. Have a safe season start, everyone. If there's anything going wrong, don't complain to me. Complain to Santiago, aka Zuller, as always.
No, please don't complain to me. You can complain
we'll figure the rest out. So
to Adrian. It's still Pedro's. Yeah, it's Pedro Paul.
All right. Then say hello to Ellie Bear. And see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Have a nice one.
You too.
And sorry again.